Moin, liebes Filmtoast-Publikum. Wir sind hier in der Pressestelle vor dem Berliner Zoopalast jetzt angekommen. Wie ihr seht, ganz schön voll, ganz schön eng. Ich hoffe, wir kriegen eben die Gelegenheit, mit den Talents zu sprechen. Wir sind auf jeden Fall voller Zuversicht. Die Lichter gehen an, es wird dunkler draußen und wir sind gespannt, was als nächstes passiert.
Und manchmal sind diese Feinde auf Rache aus.
Well, we wanted it to feel legitimately medieval. It should feel like a real fantasy world, but we also wanted it to be fun and relatable and have characters who feel like people you might know. And so we had to walk that line.
Oh, no, I totally agree. I think, you know, it covers so many different tones in this film where you'll laugh one second, you'll be crying the next, and that's something that I think people don't necessarily expect from a movie called Dungeons & Dragons.
And the franchise is very popular. And how big was the pressure for you to fulfill all the expectations of the community?
Well, it's big. I mean, it's the same kind of pressure we felt when we did a Spider-Man movie. You know, that comes with a lot of obligations, but we just focus on character. We create a character that we root for, that you care about, and then hopefully the fans will enjoy it. Yeah, we have a lot of reverence and respect for the core material that it's all based on, but at the same time we knew we had to make a movie that would appeal not just to fans, but everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, working as a duo, yeah, you wanna have a role?
What is going to tell me?
I don't know, we'll see. So, working as a duo most of your career, right? Do you miss the other person when you do something solo?
We generally don't do anything solo. We've spent more time with each other than we have with our spouses.
He did Bones without me, although we wrote an episode together.
And we also wrote a bunch of movies while I was on the show, so that helps.
So, and do you write most of the stuff you direct yourselves also? But you have you've done some projects with scripts that were from different authors.
Not without rewriting them usually.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. So
Yeah.
you rewrite the stuff for...
That's not to take away at all from the material that we are given, but we have to put it in our voice, I think, for us to be able to kind of see our vision through.
Just one small last question, if they let me. Was it a deep dive into the Dungeons & Dragons lore for you to write? And how do you like The Forgotten Realms Neverwinter?
Well, look.
How do we like what? I'm sorry?
Neverwinter? And how do you like it? How do you like The Forgotten Realms?
I mean, it's the perfect setting for a movie. It's full of everything that you need, you know?
And there's so many more things to explore, you know, it's such a big world, so we're excited.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wir werden bereit sein.
Sure, coming from a cinematic universe like Marvel. Yeah. So did you have to dive deep into the Dungeons & Dragons world in order to produce it?
Oh man, I mean, it was a total mind shift, but it was great. I'd been at Marvel for 14 years making films, and at some point I know that universe so well, and I never wanted to be in a position where I felt like I was just taking it for granted. Like, oh, I know how to do this. You know, it has to be new and challenging and fresh every day. And so when the idea of making this came along, I was like, well, first off, I know how to dive in. I'm good at diving in. I will dive in and I will figure everything out and I will understand and I will love. And I think the biggest thing I can do is try to figure out what makes people love it. You know, because that's ultimately my job, is to help understand what makes people love the brand, the property, the game. And then how can we understand that and make sure we bring that to life, you know? Because it's a big responsibility, this stuff. This is whenever you're messing with stuff that is people's childhood, and also in this case often a lot of people's adulthood as well, but it's the thing they hold most dear, you have a lot of responsibility to get it right and to really, really care deeply. And luckily everybody on the team cared deeply. All the actors cared deeply, the directors cared incredibly deeply, and that makes it a lot of fun, you know?
Would you like to bless this dice tray by rolling in it?
Yeah.
And maybe giving an autograph? I want to auction it off for Children's Hospice.
All right. I'm gonna roll a natural 20.
Yeah. Let's see. No, almost. No, come on, 10. Would you? Wherever you want to. Right. Shake it a bit. Yeah, that's the netting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you. Yay! Thank you.
Klingt wundervoll. Ganz im Gegenteil. Ich weiß, ich meinte das auch ironisch. Ich halte Ironie für eine Klinge, die meist denjenigen trifft, der sie führt.
So richtig witzig bist du nicht, hm? Und was machen wir jetzt?
Reggie! Hi, Reggie. Awesome.
What attracted you most about playing your character Xenk?
What attracted me most about Xenk?
Yeah.
He was funny. He was really, really cool. He was a very clever way to examine the kind of heroes that you expect to find in these movies and then quickly subvert that expectation and do something really fun and funky with it. He's a literal knight in shining armor, but not in the way you expect. And it's always fun to surprise people.
And how would you describe the atmosphere and the style of the movie?
Fun. It's just fun. We started out by playing a game of Dungeons Dragons together as a cast. We took all of the goofiest, funniest, stupidest, occasionally heroic bits of that game. We took that energy and just rolled onto making a movie that feels like that. So it's not about the magic or the dragons, like that's all there, but we wanted to make a movie that was about the people in the movie and a movie that feels like when you're at home playing together. Just kind of, you know, adventure movies.
Thank you very much.
Being one of the up-and-coming stars...
Real quick.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Being one of the up-and-coming stars in the movie world, what would you describe? How will the male protagonist role change in the next few years in Hollywood?
I have absolutely no idea, sir.
Oh, damn. But are you curious, though?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Would you bless this tray and roll the initiative on it? Thank you.
Oh, ouch.
I want to...
Ich führe uns bis zur Öffnung.
Zur Öffnung?
What attracted you most about playing your character Edgin?
I liked Edgin because he's kind of a failure, you know, and he doesn't have any superpowers or special powers. He's just a normal guy that's kind of selfish. He's kind of a dick, and he has to spend the time learning in this film how to be a better person. I thought the normalcy of the guy was kind of fun, you know.
And the franchise is very popular. How big was the pressure to fulfill all the expectations of the community?
I think after you do Star Trek, everything pales in comparison for you know, worrying about stuff. So I've done my time worrying, and there's no there because it's inevitable. Someone's gonna not like something, but so long as the intent was there to do really well by the fans, and I think all the reviews we've gotten so far from fans and non-fans alike seems to be that you don't really have to know this thing at all. If you do, there's a lot of Easter eggs in it to like, and if you don't, you're going to find a lot of fun stuff to enjoy too.
Thank you. Can you take a picture and you can see it?
You obviously have not seen the film because I don't do many stunts in this film. I run and I play the lute, so I spent my time stretching, playing the ukulele, and watching television.
Okay. Thanks, you guys. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Would you sign this? I want to auction it off to a children's hospice. It's for a good...
Here?
Yeah, wherever you want.
Sophia, I love to watch you and the others.
Yeah, it's tricky, huh?
Reggie just said that you were the one who triggered.
Thank you so much.
Scene during the shooting of the Dungeons Dragons?
What was the dynamic like between?
One that was very funny or sad.
I really like there's oh, for fuck's sake, the skeleton scene where the skeletons are dead and we bring back the skeleton. Just felt like old-fashioned, like Abbott and Costello, Who's on First kind of comedy that I really like doing.
Okay. And why?
It's also a pen and paper game.
What's
Can I ask
happening?
you one question? It's also a pen and paper game. Are you a good loser while playing?
I'm an awful loser, that's why I don't like board games.
And to summarize the movie in like 3 seconds, 3 words. Awesome. Great photos.
What is your favorite thing about filming in a fantasy world?
Say what?
What is your favorite thing about filming in a fantasy world?
Because I think we're all children at heart, so it's like you're an 8-year-old. I'm 43, but it's like my 8-year-old gets to play exactly like he wanted to play when he was 8 years old. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
Und dich. Was ist das für ein Viech?
Das ist ein Eulenbär.
If you could turn into an animal. So if,
What all together.
whoa, yeah.
Yeah, we What was your favorite part about working in the D&D universe and with the rest of the cast together?
I mean, I'm a really big fan of D&D, so it was a bit like intense LARPing. So it was a dream come true. I mean, I love the D&D world, and I love learning about it, and being there and seeing, because there's a lot of these practical effects that they use. So it was, everything was just so real, and I could see it. It's not all of it, not a lot of it is CGI, but the stuff that they, I think they really pushed the practical effects, and I'm really happy for that.
And what was it like working with the rest of the cast together?
Oh, it was great. I mean, they're really funny. They're cool people. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun working with them.
Also, pen and paper games. Are you good at losing when you play games?
Good at losing? Yes, I'm terrible at D&D, but it's fun to play. I love playing it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no
Have a
problem.
great evening.
Thank you very much. If you could turn into an animal like your character does, what would be your favorite animal to turn into?
I don't know, something, maybe something like tall, like a giraffe or something. I'm short, so it'd be nice to not be that. Is that good?
Yeah.
Am I what? Animal? I don't know. I don't like spiders. Was that helpful? Okay, cool.
Thank you
Kind
very
of.
much.
Thank you so much.
You need cooling.
Also, finding the balance between comedy and action and all the other things. You know, that's a tricky tightrope to walk.
War alles umsonst. Ich will nicht sehen, wie du drauf gehst. Und genau deshalb verlasse ich jetzt den Raum.
Hey, als jemand, der sehr viel Geld verdient mit Videospielen, also
Ja. Milliarden, ja.
Genau. Sag mal, was denkst du, was hältst du von analogen Tabletop-Spielen am Tisch?
Ja, voll geil.
Hat das für dich eine Zukunft? Oder denkst du, das wird auch den Weg des Digitalisierens gehen?
Nee, auf keinen Fall. Also es gibt ja schon digitales Monopoly und so weiter, aber Gesellschaftsspiele, wo man sich selber gegenüber sitzt, hat halt immer diesen Wert des Sozialen, den du halt online niemals abbilden kannst. Also klar kannst du MMOs spielen, wo du mit anderen auch redest und so, aber sich von Angesicht zu Angesicht gegenüber die Emotionen teilen, gemeinsam lachen oder sich hassen oder sich gegenseitig irgendwie pranken oder sowas, das kriegst du halt digital nicht so umgesetzt wie persönlich.
Hast du eigentlich schon mal persönlich Dungeons Dragons gespielt? Ich weiß, dass ihr Horde, glaube ich, gestreamt habt, ne?
Genau. Horde ist ja unser eigenes Setting quasi. Ja. Aber das ist mein erstes Pen and Paper bei der Horde. Und D&D habe ich sonst nur als Computerspieler gespielt eben. Ja, so.
Willst du mal Initiative würfeln?
Warte, ich nehme mal den hier.
Oh ja, 20-seitiger Würfel.
Aber ich habe immer Pech, ich würfel meistens eins. Oh!
Ist egal, ich habe mehr. Halb so wild, komm.
Ich suche gleich noch.
Ja, easy.
Ich sage, ich habe immer Pech. Hast du noch genug Würfel?
Hey, komm, überdurchschnittlich.
Naja, ist Durchschnitt. Das bin ich gewohnt, der gute Durchschnitt. Das passt. So, jetzt kommen mal die richtigen Leute.
Können wir jetzt bitte anfangen?
Sicher, ja. Perlomon Tergatis. Vielleicht spreche ich es falsch aus. Ich hatte keine Angst, hab mich bloß erschreckt.
Na dann los. Bist du in der Schlacht im ewigen Moor getötet worden?
Ja.
Toll. Ich meine, nicht für dich. Herzliches Beileid. 4 Fragen noch, ja?
Ja.
Nein, das war nicht für dich. Zählte das als Frage?
Ja.
Verdammt. Du antwortest nur, wenn du gefragt wirst. Alles klar?
Ja.
Warum fragst du denn, ob alles klar ist?
Hab ich nicht.
Fantastisch. Wo ist die Schaufel?
Rick? Hallo, ja. Schön, dich zu sehen. Also, Rick, wie muss man sich das vorstellen? Du wirst angerufen und gefragt, Rick, hast du Lust, 5 Leichen zu synchronisieren?
Ich, Vollidiot, habe spontan gesagt, kein Problem, wer soll es denn sonst machen? Dann aber gab es wirklich einen Zoom-Call, in dem die mir die Szene vorgespielt haben und ich noch so, ja, mache ich. Und dann stehe ich wirklich 2 Wochen später im Synchronstudio und dann ging hier die Düse, weil das war gar nicht so leicht. Aber mit Hilfe meines wunderbaren Regisseurs Christian haben wir hoffentlich 5 unverkennbare Untote geschaffen.
Und wie bereitet man sich darauf vor? Wie versetzt man sich da hinein?
Also meine Vorbereitung war lediglich Film gucken und dann wirklich ausprobieren. Wir haben mal so eine... Ja, und so haben wir uns rangetastet, ne? Weil die sprechen ja in den Rückblenden, so viel kann ich verraten, auch miteinander. Und ich wollte, sage ich ganz ehrlich, so als Rick zurücktreten, weil es ging um die Figuren. Ne? Und das war schon ein bisschen knifflig. Aber ich glaube, es hat geklappt.
Und dieses Dungeons Dragons Franchise ist ja sehr, sehr populär. Was glaubst du, warum?
Also ich muss gestehen, ich hatte damit nichts am Hut. Aber ich habe gelernt, und das gefällt mir gut, dass da Menschen zusammenkommen, ohne Handy, ohne WLAN und sich was fantasievoll aus sich selbst heraus überlegen und das über Stunden Fantasie, Kreativität miteinander unmittelbar in die Augen schauen, auch mal was dagegen haben, auch mal was blöd finden, also im besten Sinne Menschen und ich glaube, das sollten wir weiter kultivieren, ja.
Rick, willst du mal die Initiative würfeln?
Ist das sofort?
Ja, easy. Willst du einmal dieses Tablett segnen und Initiative würfeln?
Oh ja, was muss ich tun?
Würfel einfach mit dem 20-seitigen Würfel, du kannst dir einen aussuchen. Das ist auch einer davon, ja. Hat noch nie Dungeons Dragons gespielt, ne? Nein, überhaupt nicht. Das Spiel, ja, gerne, den schönsten kannst du nehmen.
Und jetzt einfach würfeln.
Einfach würfeln. Oh, 5. Ah, ja, nicht besonders gut. Aber egal, wenn man später dran ist, ist es auch gut. Kann man sich überlegen, was man tut. Lauf!